Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty empire of Onion, and this is Factorio. Well, as you can see, if you didn't watch the last episode, we are at a power shortage. If you did watch the last episode, though, everything is fine, and the power is being produced at a regular rate, so go ahead and go watch that other episode so that I don't have to worry about the power anymore. Now, clearly I'm joking. Wow, you could see all of these moving super slow, because they aren't getting the power that they need to run efficiently, so that's pretty sad. But we are getting in place the infrastructure that we need to begin refining uranium and using that to make nuclear power. I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be totally honest, and I don't know if it's ideal to have this all on one side of the belt or if we should be going two sides. I feel like it only makes sense to do two sides, as we've done so many things in the past already, because that way both sides of both cars of the train can be unloaded at the same time. I kind of want to start on this end and go this way because, yeah, we're going to have... Well, I guess I shouldn't get in the way of the gate, eh? And that's only as far as I could bring it back before it was too late. How big are these centrifuges is my next question. And where did I put them? Right here. I've only got 8 right now. I'm definitely going to need more than that. Okay, we could easily have those on this side. That's okay. And what does it require to create more of those? Concrete. What else do I need? Advanced circuits, which I have 200. So if I got 200 concrete, I can make 2 more centrifuges, and that would be it. I can check on advanced circuits while I'm up here. I might be able to make 3 centrifuges. It would kind of surprise me, though. We're being attacked already at the uranium pickup. It was a 1 spitter. That's totally within our abilities to deal with. Let's take all of these. That should put me at 300. Yeah, just over. Good. So we'll grab 300 concrete if I can find it. Perfect. And now we have something else draining our power that we don't have enough of already. So that's tragic. It looks like we're pretty well backed up on science, but we can't research anything very quickly because these aren't getting the power that they need to research. And it's daytime right now, so all of these are working at max capacity. So under production, why don't we have steam engines? Are they not attached to the grid or something? They are. They're clearly attached right here to all of this, and then that's all attached to the rest of the world. Aha! 42. But this is completely different. Is this not attached to... No, it is. It's attached to this, which is attached to the rest of everything. So why do I only see accumulators and solar panels on this one, but I see steam engines over here on this one? What if I click on this one? Steam? They're not attached across right here. Okay. Let's drop one of these. Boom. So that's already increased our abilities here. Yeah, now they're bridged, and now they're all together. But our satisfaction still isn't quite high enough during the day. So I could temporarily solve this by adding some more steam engines, but I think getting the nuclear power online is the most important thing that we can do right now. Okay, let's make 2. So I'm short on, what, iron? Okay. I'm sure we have some stored up already. Yes, so we have the 3rd centrifuge being made. Fine. Okay, so from what I understand about the way this works, the centrifuges have to be used to turn uranium ore into uranium-238 and uranium-235. Then you have to use a certain number of uranium-238 and 235 to make fuel cells, right? So if we look at it, that had room to unload? Okay. If we look at it, yeah. Nuclear fuel we're not worried about, but I thought here's some uranium processing. So ore turns into 0.7% uranium-235 and then 99.3% uranium-238. For this, we need 1 to 19 uranium-235 to 238. We also need iron plates. So I need to bring iron plates down here. I think this is the easiest access point right here. And we'll be real ugly about it bringing it across and underneath all of this. So be prepared. I may bring it straight down here and then across over to here. Would be a little bit cleaner. How many artillery shells? Too many for me to carry. I have to have these on me? No. I just want that to be thrown away. How do I just get rid of it? Gross. I would love to know how to get rid of that entirely. I just noticed that we aren't producing any sulfur right now. Because we don't have water, apparently. I must have broken the water line when I was fiddling with it over here. So, I see it. I see it now. It's this one. Okay. So that issue is solved. Perfect. Yeah, and I reduced it to 3 chemical plants, so I hope that that is sufficient production for what we need. I'd be kind of surprised if it was, but it's all that we have room for right now. I might be able to squeeze another one in later on if I was real careful about it, but this is almost a full belt of sulfur. The sulfuric acid was using a lot in order to produce, but it's full now. Just about. So, and that's with all of those miners working back at the uranium deposit. Still, it's pretty full, so that's encouraging. Yeah. Ever since I filled up the trains with artillery shells, we're getting attacked all over the place. I also took up this radar and never did place it down again. I don't know that this is the way to do this. I'll probably have to rejig the iron production up there again sometime. But okay, let's take a look. So that was just for the uranium fuel cells. So I'm not sure where they're going to come out at. This Covarex enrichment process is one that we're definitely going to need. It takes 40 uranium-235 and 5 uranium-238 to produce 41 uranium-235 and 2 uranium-238. So this is what we need to get the ratios back to the way that they need to be. There's a whole process of formula trying to figure out the math for how to do all of this. Because you could say out of every 100 uranium produced, less than 1 is going to be 235. But to produce this fuel, we need 1 in 20. So we have to figure out how to enrich the uranium. 40 to 5 makes 41 to 2. So we're getting a net gain of 1 uranium-235 out of this process. And losing 3 uranium-238 along the way. Fuel reprocessing, too, is for recycling old fuel, I think. Yeah, used up fuel cell for the new one. Gracious. This is... So you could probably tell why I'm so confused and unsure about the way that this is going to go. Let's bring this up then. Yeah, I stole some uranium from that. We're going to need electricity down here. We have this. How far can this... Oh, this is right here. Okay. So we've got plenty of room. We're going to need it to be able to hook up here. That's too far, but this is fine. Okay. You know what, though? It's probably going to end up going here so that I can put the centrifuge just on the other side. So let's just start and see how it goes. we'll do... There. We're going to take those. Do I have to tell it what to do? Yeah, I do. Okay, so this is just uranium processing. Yeah, we'll have to tell all of them. And now, see, they have two products that they have to output. So my question now is, are they going to output both of those products in the same place, onto the same belt? Because if they are, that would be ideal. I really shouldn't have done this, because now I'm going to have a hard time getting out this side. I may have to move the gate over to here instead. In fact, I will. I have walls on me? A lot of them, actually. Let's do some more unnecessary nonsense to make things difficult on myself. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we're getting some iron down here. That's magnificent. What I want for the output, then, is a cycling belt. Let's do a quick test, though. Is it going to output both products onto the one belt? No, it doesn't. Maybe it just doesn't have enough room to output the other stuff. But anyways, we're going to do a cycle. This will be this way, I believe. Okay. So now we should be outputting all of this constantly. So it'd be ridiculous for me to sit here and observe to the point that I see if every 103 of these come out, a light-colored one comes out. But that's almost what I feel like I'm going to have to do, is just wait and see. I don't know if I need an entirely different... No, that's grayed out, so it hasn't produced one yet. Now, all of these desperately need to be sped up. Where's that distributor? What's it called? Transmitter? Effect transmitter? Oh, here it is. Okay, right by all of the modules. That makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, let's make 5 of them. Do I have any modules on me? Yes, I do. Productivity modules. I think speed. Speed are what I need. Okay, if I told these guys to enrich, it's going to take them forever to actually do anything. And I almost feel like that's not what needs to be done. I feel like I need to add these to this process and get that working faster, to be honest. I think we only need maybe 1 or 2 that are enriching. Because I could just pop more of these on this side. Start with 4 so that we can have at least 1 enriching. Oh no. They actually took down a turret down at the uranium mine. No real big surprise, because I just loaded up the uranium train with artillery shells. Let's go get that fixed while I'm waiting for these to craft. Oh yeah, it looks like there's a couple of spawners down here and a worm that weren't destroyed. So let's fix that up. Is that my personal laser doing that? I feel like it is. Okay. That was super easy. Yeah, my little robots are doing their thing. They even dropped the turret down themselves. That's incredible. Go ahead and fix that one. And then we'll put the bullets in. Oh wow, they're doing more? This is just on the other side. Thankfully they didn't destroy anything though. Okay, we finally have some of these beacons. Alright, and we can kind of see what their area of influence is. Yeah, if I have them over on this side, they are going to affect these processors. I don't have anywhere that I can put them over here unless I widen this circle, which is definitely a possibility. and I probably will have to do that if I want to make any progress on this. So let's see, it would have to come out at least 2 more. I have 1 more centrifuge at the moment, so I'd like to keep it in line with these, just so that in the future I might be able to, yeah, make it a little different. So let's do this, and we're going to input from here, just in case that cycles around the way that I hope that it does. And power there will work. Good. Okay, so he's going to take forever to work because we aren't getting out the material that we need. Huh. Man, I've done this all wrong already, and I'm not sure what I need to do to make it different. To make it work correctly. Let me think about this a little bit more. Now that'll work. That gets 3 of them. And then this would get 3 of them. So that's alright. So whenever I do get enough speed modules to put in these things... There we go. Here's one. Okay. I just need to find a way to get them to continue to circulate instead of just stopping like this when they get back up. Backed up is what I'm trying to say. Okay, for now I'm going to put this here. It's going to eat away at these and allow output over here. You can see here's one of the 235 coming down the line. So this will allow it to continue to circulate to fill in the gaps here. Unfortunately, I'm trying to craft up a filter inserter so I can just make this 238 to be pulled into here. Oh no. How did it pass the filter inserter here? That should have been brought around. Output priority left? No. Output left. Yeah, so it wants to output over here instead of here. So everything should go to this side. I could, I suppose, put this here so that it can grab from this belt also when it comes around. That doesn't interfere with anything, so that's fine. Yeah, this has only picked up this one kind of uranium so far. We'll add to it a little. And then I want to drop this one into here. This is slow going, and it's a learning process for me, obviously. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously, once again. But I'm trying my best. And this can't be a permanent solution. Once this box gets filled, this won't work anymore. So I have to have a way to empty this box also. Okay, so I made 2 speed 3 modules. So all 6 of these centrifuges are working a bit faster than they used to. Of course, that means that they're sucking more energy than they used to as well. This centrifuge here, you can see, has 13 of the 235. So that's all of the 235 that we have produced so far. I decided to simplify this a bit. It occurred to me that this could just go straight onto the belt and be on the one side. That's perfectly fine. And then this actually outputting on the outside isn't a bad thing. As a matter of fact, that will allow it to build up twice as much as it originally would have if they were all going onto the same side of the belt. It does appear that when they output the when they output both, yeah, the 235 and 238, it goes onto the same side of the belt, whichever side that they're naturally outputting to. So having them all on one side of the belt doesn't help anything. So yeah, I have it coming in on both sides of the belt. I replaced this filter inserter from over here to over here instead of making the new one. And I was thinking about running this output around and over to here, because we do need a lot of the 235. I can never remember. 238 is the dark color. We do need a lot of that for the fuel here. If we take a look at the fuel cells, it's 19, yeah, 19 to 1. And so with these outputting, the 41, I think it was, 235, it's going to want 40 of those back. But at the same time, these assemblers are going to be asking for one of the 235 each time that happens. So I think with this circulating belt, this output is going to be okay. I wonder though, I feel like something else might be necessary. Yeah, now that I'm really thinking about it, let me fix this up a little bit differently. Okay, and then I set this up to output here. If we drop some dirt, it's actually rock, into there. Ta-da! I don't like this sticking out like that. Then we have one more. I don't think I'll use it just now. Well, I don't want it in my inventory, if I'm honest, so we'll do that. It's ugly, but it is what it is. Alright, so we will attach this like that. The buffer 235, 238, whichever one the dark one is that I can never remember, will be fed into here for these, right? And then the output of this will be mostly the 235, which will circulate here. That'll still be brought in for the fuel cells, but it will also circulate to be brought back into here for the refining process. So that's my plan for now. I went ahead and threw down a second centrifuge for this one. I don't see it being active very often, because we've already seen how inactive this one is until this hits 40. Once it does, though, I feel like it's going to be producing on a pretty constant basis, if I'm entirely honest. This guy reaches both of these, so they will be producing at the extra speed, which is pretty incredible. And then we've just now been storing up... Oh, I can't get anywhere if I go this direction. We've just now been storing up a whole load of goodies from petroleum, right? Petroleum gas. We've got a tiny bit of oil. I went ahead and reattached this so that the heavy oil is making light oil, so that the light oil can make more petroleum gas. And we're barely keeping up with demand for the advanced circuits that I've been taking off of here. And then, of course, the sulfur has been doing okay as far as sulfuric acid has been needed. Yeah, our research is all backed up, so I'm tempted to go ahead and pop one of these. Worker robot speed, logistic slots, trash slots. Where's our next? Oh, our cargo size is at max capacity. So I guess speed is probably going to be our next best thing. We'll go for that. And that's going to chew up a whole bunch of electricity, I'm sure, as everything starts coming to life. Our production is great when nothing's running, surprisingly enough. I never expected that, but lo and behold. Okay. Seriously, though, let us bring this around then. Oh, this whole long line of iron just to do this. And then we need the outputs for this. This is going to be ready to deliver to our nuclear reactors here. Oh, so setting this up is going to be a huge ordeal. It's probably going to take up this entire area, maybe more. I might need to move this iron line up a little bit. Or I can move this wall down would be the easier go, I think. And we will set that up. So we have space for more circulation. Hopefully it's enough to get this triggered one time. It's halfway there. Whoa, whoa. Whatever the rest of that song is. So... this is halfway, this is halfway. If all else fails, I'll shove another box somewhere along the line here to create yet another buffer and then tie it into this belt so that it's being used for the fuel cells here. Man, once this gets going, we'll see if it's sustainable or not. And then once these get active, I left room here so that we can expand the production of fuel cells if it's necessary. Which I hope it is. I hope that we're able to fill up this whole belt with uranium, processed uranium, and then have at least 2 more of these level 5 Level 3? Why 5? Level 3 assembling machines down here. That would be the dream. Okay, let me see if I can remember how to set up the nuclear power plant. And then we will be back. I know I'm going to need pumps to get water down there. And that's going to be a fun time, I guess. So there's a way to build soil, but I wonder if there would be a way to remove this right here. Like, you can't just take a cliff I have extra, so I'm just going to use it. Yeah, it's not even allowing me to throw it here for whatever reason. I know there's no cliffs, but you would think it would let me just throw it away. So now, I don't understand how he did it. It looks like he only has these large poles connected at one end over here. And then all of these are somehow connected to the electricity that way. It clearly doesn't work for me in this manner. And if I was to attach a pole here, it only gets these outside ones. So I'm starting to think that he has a mod installed that makes it to where the large electric poles have a wider radius than these do. Okay, so the first row is like this. Then we need these heat guys. We're obviously going to need more heat pipe than what I made already, because I was expecting to use less in this. Let's just make all of it, because I haven't actually made any yet, so we will need that. Okay, so that's that for now. This is just for one corner too. This is supposed to be a four reactors total. So this is just going to be one part of one corner. Let me take another look so that I have the measurement right. It's amazing that this quarter of it can fit in this area. And of course, if you didn't know already, this is all steam power, just like the other generators that I have set up already. The difference is that it's heated with uranium instead of fuel. But you can tell we need the water to come in on this side anyway, so let's get that set up as well. We want a pump for each side. Okay, that's one hooked up then. Let's drop this one here. We will bring this one down. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me go like two spaces. That's alright. We'll do like this, and then I will need quite a lot more pipe, because we're gonna have to go in between each of these. Maybe I have enough to do this. There we are. So they're all full of water now, which is pretty ideal, I would say. Alright, so far as I can tell, the nuclear thing here, it's in line with this and that, right? So I believe it goes here. I think that's correct. Okay, here it is, folks. It's the final little light green boy. There he goes. Boom. In. It's working beautifully. It should start outputting like mad over here on this side whenever it's finished. Oh yeah, that's really slow progress, but it is progress though. Okay, boom. Boom. Outputting. Now is this going to bring all of them in? It does. That's not bad, because if it pulls all 40 of these in, and then it's going to output the 41st one, right? Well, no, it actually brought in that last one itself, which is perfectly fine, because it's getting ready for the next run. And here comes another one to load up into this. But that means it's going to spit out, and then this one will start working again, and it'll spit out. So these two guys are working already. I feel like we're going to want some more of these to continue that same process. I have 2 more, so I may extend this out even further. And this is a start. Until these are fully saturated, though, and this belt is full of the 235, I don't feel comfortable starting to produce nuclear, what are these called? Uranium fuel cells yet. So I don't want to activate those to take in the 235 until this belt is basically full of it. And these little bits of 238 that are floating around here kind of annoy me, but there's not much that I can do about that right now. I could get a filter inserter to pull them off of there and cart them along over to this side. That would be easy, but I just don't know if that's the go right now, you know what I mean? If you want to catch another episode, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description, and feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you so much for all the time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.